Where there walks a logger, there walks a man.
Axe friends, were you drawn in by my clickbaity thumbnail? Were you drawn in by the emoji, the shocked emoji? Were you dying to know how this Red Elm Axe Handle worked? Okay, because, you know, life in the time of the Rona is driving us all mad. And it's driving me mad. I was watching a tutorial on, you know, YouTube videos, advice from the experts on how to create engaging content, right? And the main takeaway of the tutorial was that my videos are trash. Like, it's just straight up trash. All right? So, you know, 30-minute rambling treatises on handlewoods and God knows what. They're not checking a lot of the boxes, right? According to the master class. So felt bad trying to up my game, right? With some engaging thumbnails there. All right. So were you drawn in? Let me know. Give me feedback, axe friends. Also, my audio quality is poo, right? I got this echoey stuff in my little office here. I'm trying to adjust the inflection of my voice to make this more pleasant, make my recordings better. You know, actually, I'm just trying, you know, keep you entertained, spread the science, you know, bring some joy to the world vis-a-vis, right, better axes. That's the mission, I guess, here, right, one way or another. So, if you do recall, though, followers of the channel, you recall we did do a really, I thought, a pretty good, in terms of, you know, scientific methodology, test of axe handles, right? We did the test with the 3 virtually identical axes, okay? Had the 3.5 pound heads, had the exact same pattern of axe handles, and we did them in hickory, right? High quality hickory, and white ash and white oak, right? We built them up, we took them out there and did the best comparison I could come up with, okay? If you haven't watched that, please do skip to the end if you just want the spark notes on it, okay? I mean, you know, we go into detail a lot of things about woods and such, all right? But I recently acquired a really, really nice Red Elm axe handle, okay? It is not the exact pattern, okay? It didn't come down from Canada off my friend Kobe Owen's lathe, but it's really, really close, and I was able to build a fourth test axe, friends, with a fourth 3.5 pound Holtzbrook Yankee pattern. Yeah, where am I getting all these 3.5 pound Yankees? Where am I getting these? All right, secret stashes, right? I got dealers, all right? They'll keep me supplied with scientific stock for the endless experiments, all right? So I built up a 4th test axe, and it's really close. It is really close. The pattern's a little different, but it's right in there with the length and weight, and we took them out. So I took them all out, and the sad point, but it's probably better for my YouTube video quality, my iPhone camera wasn't working. I have no footage. I have no footage of the actual chop. I apologize. YouTube masterclass people are like, thank God. All right, yeah, all right. So better video, right? This one will rock it. This one will rocket up the standings. But we had a real good chop out on some really dead pine, okay? Just my spot's got a lot of this dead pine in it. It's cool. It actually is a great test for handles, okay? It's tough. It's a tough chop, all right? And without any footage, okay, of this chop, I just got some photos. Why don't we just go right to the results? These are right to the results out comparing these 4 axes head to head on the same stuff in the same day. How'd that Red Elm do? Well, first off, let's just look at the looks. Here's the looks. Okay, these are all the handles with just 1 or 2 coats of commercially available boiled linseed oil. Just boiled linseed oil, which does enhance, and it brings out changes in hue. So you can see that white ash, man, that's white. It's clean stuff. Hickory's gonna generally be more mixed. You're gonna get more contrast and a higher probability of, you know, getting heartwood and things. There's the Red Elm. First time I've ever tried it. I don't know the other elms. I don't know what the other elms are. I'm sure there's a white elm. Is there a black elm? Are there other elms? And can they be made in the handles, I would love to know. And on the far right, white oak. Ah, beautiful. I do love the look of white oak. Next, let's look at some stats from the wood handbook, all right? Modulus of elasticity, if you remember from the other video, generally recognized measure of toughness, the strength of the wood, the higher the better, all right? Which is why hickory is often usually the preferred handle wood with, striking tools, because it's really tough, 14,700. And red elm, big drop there, guys. These are lower numbers, okay? Red elm is not as tough, quote unquote, not as hard, can't bear as much stress as either white ash or white oak by quite a bit. That's a big jump, okay? Which is probably one reason why people have been reluctant to use it as a tool. Although I am told that you can get hockey sticks made out of red elm, or otherwise known as slippery elm as well. Is that true? You get hockey sticks out of elm? I would love to know. You can also look at the Jenka hardness scale, or is it Yanka? I don't know which one it is. Jenka. The Jenga scale, all right, also measure a hardness. Big drop on red elm. Look at those numbers, all right? Hickory can be one of like 3 species. True hickory, if it's true hickory, commercial grade hickory, first and second, it can be one of 3 species, and they vary. So, but it's around 1850. Look at red elm, it's less than half. Less than half. So there would be some suspicions that this is just not tough enough to swing. It's gonna break probably pretty quick. Well, it didn't. It didn't, and it didn't crack. I observed no cracks. It held up really well with overstrike and lateral damage. I didn't have a problem. Okay, so we cut pretty good, a pretty good pile of wood, pretty tough chop. All right, on a typical day. And all I can say is today it did not fail. Today was not the day. All right, felt pretty good. But there's other factors, obviously, some a little subjective, right, to each person that are easily as important as any number. It didn't break. Okay, great. But, what about weight? How's it comparing weight? Weight-wise, it's almost identical to the white ash, which is good because white ash is a lot lighter than both hickory and white oak. I said it before, I'll say it again, weight matters. You swing faster, it matters. I like it, okay? So it's a fast swinging light axe. I like that. But it was not as flexible, I thought. It was not as whippy as ash or even really the hickory. And with flex and shock absorption, this is where the pattern really, that's where it really kicks in. Like, how thick, how thin, what kind of shoulder you have. That really does affect, the whip and the flexibility of it, and, kind of how much shock it gets transferred, kind of to your wrists and arms. It does matter, and it's not the exact same pattern, but I would say it was not as flexible as ash, which I really like. Ash is pretty whippy. It's light, fast, and whippy, right? Hickory, I think people like its solid feel. They like its more solid feel, and has great shock absorption. Hickory as well. Okay, and oak's got it is a wallop. That is a wallop handle. And it's awesome. I encourage you to try it. Just felt to me that the elm was light, but wasn't as whippy as ash. Kind of maybe hickory level, and then shock absorption. I give it a neutral. I give it kind of a neutral, right? Maybe somewhere just right in the middle of all these woods, and that's very subjective, right? It really is, and maybe also depending on the species of the wood that you're chopping, right? This is really thuddy stuff. This dead pine is just thud, all right? It's not, it's not big chip throwing clean slices. So it's a little different, but that's a good test for wood. Overall, very pleased. Successful outing. Red elm can be used as an axe handle wood. It survived fine. It's beautiful. It's light. It's got good properties. So if you come across some with nice grain, hey, carve yourself an axe handle. Try it out yourself. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Every time I do one of these, I do. So we'll see you next time.